Hi, you're watching Video 101 and my name is John Crossman. Today we're continuing our discussion about skills that good editors have, and one of the most important skills, these are all important, but is good communication skills. You need good communication skills because the effect of what we're trying to do, after all, is communicate with people at the end of the day. You're doing it through being an editor, like a shooter's doing it through capturing images, and an actor by doing a performance. At the end of the day, we're all in the communications business, and so having the vocabulary to be able to express ideas, both simple and complex, will help you in being able to use that same skill set as you create a program using your editing skills. Creating media content is generally a team game. While I'm doing this as a one-man band, almost every project I have involves a small team of people, usually not too big of a team, but if you tend to do more dramatic or TV show kind of things, the crew will be quite large, and so being able to know how to communicate with the others on the team, especially your producer or your client, if they're different people. Many times if you have a producer, they will have a client, and while you may or may not have to communicate with them, you need to have those skills in your bag, so to speak, so that if you have to, or give your producer, the wordage of why the project is being done the way it's being done, they'll be able to explain it. But mostly it's just being able to get along with your team. Many times, you'll be working with a deadline, and so that means there's going to be some level of pressure. And so different people react differently to pressure, and being able to maintain good communication skills in any situation is only going to help further your career. When I was in news, very often I would have the lead story for the 6 o'clock news, and if a particular producer, who happened to be the executive producer of the entire newsroom, but every once in a while, if he was subbing for the 6 o'clock producer, and we had a late breaking story that was the lead and I was editing it, he would come in and open my edit bay door and go, "Are we going to make it?" And I'd say yes. And he'd come back, I'm not kidding, 30 seconds later and say, "Are we going to make it?" And I'd go, "Yes." And after about the 5th time, I'd start going, "No, we're not going to make it because you keep interrupting me." And then he would go away and leave me alone. But, having a sense of humor even when the pressure is really on, because 6 o'clock only happens once. And so if you have the lead story and it's not done by 6, then you're going to be looking for a job someplace else the next day. So communication skills are important. It's important, I think, to be well read and to have an understanding of different kinds of things. I did a lot of education programs that I just edited. I didn't produce them, I didn't write them, but I learned a tremendous amount, and I would often listen to the extended interviews while I was working on other facets of the post, and sometimes gain valuable insights as to what they were really trying to do, and so I could then add that to my ability to be able to tell that story more effectively. So communication skills are important. The final video in this series, we're going to talk about being a builder, which I think is also a good skill to have because that's what editors do. My name is John Crossman. You're watching Video 101, and we'll see you next time.